Now this is my 1949 Studebaker 2R5 half-ton pickup truck that my sister and I are in the process of restoring. And today I just wanted to talk about the reassembly of the shock levers found on my Studebaker truck. And so this is the shock lever I've used. I've kind of sandblasted down. I've got her painted. Just a reminder, this is the rocker arm. This is what we'll be pressing up and down on your piston spring here. And this is your piston. And then inside of there you have your intake valve assembly with the spring portion facing downward. So we'll take our piston spring, our intake valve assembly, and we'll set that on the piston spring. I'm going to set that inside of here. Then I'll take my piston itself, slide that over. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and press this down. Rotate the lever arm over. Go ahead and press that down. And in reality, this is about as far as this rocker arm will come up because it's going to have this cover here. The book also says to fill these up with the hydraulic jack oil that we're using. This is the hydraulic jack oil. Bought that down at O'Reilly's. It says to close this up, turn this over to 45-degree angle, and then fill in, put the oil in the relief valve area. Now, we did that earlier. Didn't really work out too well, and so what we've done is we've decided that while we have this out like this, we're going to go ahead and put the oil in there. We ended up putting about 4 ounces of oil in there, and then once that was done, we went ahead and drained 2 tablespoons out like the book said, and by doing that the oil level basically was at the opening of the relief valve, and so I think that was a better way for us to do that. And so that's what I'm going to do. Just go ahead and put some oil in, this hydraulic jack oil. Now I'm also going to work it a little bit, just try to get the air bubbles out of there. But one of the things I did figure out is that as the oil level got to probably where it needed to be, the resistance of the spring and piston grew. And I could tell that as the oil level got close to about 4 ounces. And again, I'm just going to continue to try to work it back and forth and make sure I get any air bubbles in there out. And so that's right about the 4 ounce mark there, and I can feel a significant resistance now to pressing down on that. So I'm going to go ahead and stop and put my access panel on. Again, I'm just using 3/4 inch long, 1/4 inch coarse thread bolts versus the machine screws that were in here. And I chose to use these because I wanted to be able to use a ratchet on it to snug up or loosen up this access panel versus those slotted machine screws. Next thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and drain a couple of tablespoons of that oil back out. So I'm going to rotate this around. Again, I'm going to put this at a 45-degree. That's what it calls for in the book. Going to loosen the relief valve nut off. There's your relief valve there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just drain a couple of tablespoons out of this. Put the valve, relief valve back in. Again, this is the way it goes. This in first. Make sure it slides down into there. relief valve nut. And I got me a old file that I ground down in the shape of a screwdriver. I'm going to use that to tighten this up. And that's what I did to reassemble and fill up my shock levers. I did that for each one of them. I took about 4 ounces of that hydraulic jack oil to fill this up, and I think that pretty much provided enough oil in here to work the piston and still provide room for the air and the growth, or the oil heating up. Hopefully this will help somebody else out there. Thank you very much, and bye.